Hi. The notation that's provided with this package shows you exactly all the notes, how they are played and where they are played on the fretboard. The only thing it doesn't show explicitly is with which left hand finger you play each note. So the left hand fingering is not explicitly written. And it's also not really necessary because it usually follows quite logically from the positions on the fretboard. But to give you a little bit of instruction about how to figure that out, in this video I will show how a part of the first song is played. So I'll go into the fingering and also how it's generally done. I will just play the first part and explain how you can figure out what the logical left hand fingering is. Generally you will play in a certain position for a short amount of time. So for instance, if we have a phrase like this, which is the first phrase of the first song, you can see that I'm playing this entirely in one position, the fifth position. My index finger is in the fifth fret. And the four fingers are covering these four frets, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I play this phrase completely in that position, so I don't have to move at all. So that's the first thing you look for. You look for the position in which you can play an entire phrase or at least a large part of a phrase. But I think it's best explained by just going to the example and show a part of the first song. So here is the first song and you see the first phrase of the melody. Let's first play it. So you can see this is completely played in the fifth position. Only there are a few details like this sliding. So you can play it like this with the little finger. Also here you see a hammer-on. Of course, there you can also play a sliding if you prefer. So that means you're basically moving out of position and back into position. So you move out of position and back into position. And most of the time when you see a hammer-on or a slide, you can probably do both, whichever you prefer. And the way it's written is the way it was played. Again, a hammer-on there. Okay, let's play the next phrase. And so since we're all the time in the fifth position, there is no question about which finger to use for which note, because the fingers fall exactly into place and they also fall exactly the normal scale. So there's really no question about which finger to use. So you see it stays still in the fifth position. A little slide down. All of it still in fifth position. And now the final phrase of this first part of the melody. Here we move a little bit out of position because now we go to the ninth fret. But we immediately move back. let's also look at the next part of this phrase. So this is actually both in sixth and in fifth position. And here you have a choice. You could play this with your little finger. So then you're playing the whole phrase in the fifth position. Maybe if you find it difficult to do this with your little finger, maybe you'd like to play this with the third finger, and then you have to move a little bit, so then it becomes. So now you're in sixth position, and then you jump back to fifth position. So you just move a little bit from fifth to sixth position. And of course that's also very common, that you move a little bit out of position to reach certain notes or to play certain phrase. You move a little bit around the position that you're playing in, and now and then you move completely out of position. But here we are still playing in or very close to the original position. So let's play that last part.